Yo, we got the guy Gus.
What's good?
What's good, bro? What's good?
Yeah.
We ran a call or like an interview, basically going over your experience in the reserve. How long ago? 2-3 months,
Bro.
maybe?
Yeah, no, we did a call 2-3 months ago. Yeah.
2-3 months ago. A lot has changed since then, and
Yep.
so this call is really just going over some of your experiences, bro. Obviously, came down to Miami to kind of meet you and talk about it in person.
Yeah.
And so now we're here, but I want you to kind of start with, going over exactly how it was when you first joined the reserve, to ultimately where you're at today, and kind of like a fast track kind of route. Because obviously, you signed your first client, you know, pretty soon. You can talk about that, and then you grew that, and learned what you're doing, and then you went and hit a home run, dude, and just sent the business to the moon. So I want you to give a little bit of an introduction and just talk about some of your experiences when you first came in.
Yeah, so just a quick intro. I mean, I'm Gus. I'm 20 years old. Live in beautiful Miami. You can see all the palm trees and shit. Not sure who gave this guy a Urus, but we're fucking chilling right now.
There we go.
So I joined the reserve back in July of 2025. So it's been like 6 or 7 months now.
Yeah. Give or take. 6, 7.
I should never do that. Yeah,
that was bad, dude.
Should
How old
never
are
do
you again?
Fuck you. So yeah, I joined like 7 months ago, and before I joined the reserve, became like what's called a growth operator. I don't know, that term now just makes me so triggered.
Terrible.
I hate it,
Terrible.
but since getting into space before that, I was a high ticket closer. So kind of in the same boat as you, like was closing for 13 months, collected millions of dollars in cash, was really good at what I did, but just noticed like there was a ceiling with high ticket sales. And bro, you can't be a closer for the rest of your life, especially with like the goals I had to like want to travel. And literally on a Monday afternoon at 3:40 on a regular Monday afternoon,
You're just at the beach,
just doing fucking jack
just
shit.
doing nothing. Like
Calendar
genuinely
is
nothing.
free. And bro, last month we did a pretty solid bag. So let's just start off there. I guess like
For sure.
you know, when I first got my first client, bro, like
How long did it take for you to get your first client jumping in?
as soon as I joined, I got my first client within like a week.
Okay. And how did you get that client? What was the procedure?
It was just straight DM outreach. Like, it's the same thing that everyone really does, but I wasn't being like a Indian about it, you know? Like, I was going about it as like an
You saw a company that you could actually help.
Yeah.
You knew why you could help them.
Yep.
And crushed it.
No, literally just reached out and said, yo, that's the sauce right there. It's just yo.
So how was it when you first closed that deal? How much did you make your first month with that? And then how did that grow?
The first month was less. I made less my first month than I would have made if I kept being a closer. And that was the battle I was having. It was like I was trying to balance being a closer and also like a full-time operator.
Yeah.
And I didn't fully make that full commitment jump until like 3 months after joining the reserve. So I joined the reserve, got my first client within a week, and then I think I made like 7K my first month.
Yeah, when I looked at it, because you posted it, it was 7. You had a 3K setup. It was either 3.5K setup, and then you did like 3,300 off of rev share.
Yeah.
And then I think you closed another smaller setup, but that was just like a ghost client. I don't know what happened with that, but that was some bullshit.
Yeah.
And then your second month, you actually did 10K strictly off of rev share.
Yep.
And then where did that go from there?
So, yeah, I was still making less money as an operator until I went all the way in. So I was still closing high ticket, and then I was also on the side running.
How many hours a day were you working at that time?
I was working full time, bro. I was
what does that look like? 8 hours?
No, it was like 10 hours, 11 hours a day, high ticket closing, and still making money as an operator. So when I really made my first like big month was when I first quit and like went all in on operating, because then I had like my 100% attention on it.
Yeah.
What I realized was like I had my attention closing and my attention trying to operate, and it was like conflicting. I was making less money every single month closing, and I realized I just had to jump ship from there. So
I remember that conversation that we had.
Dude, it was so tough.
What was the scariest thing for you when you were like, fuck, I have to choose one or the other?
Yeah, it was very scary because you don't know, like, you just have to bet on yourself. And that's like the one thing I've learned about being like an entrepreneur and like now being a business owner is you have to bet on yourself more times than you can even count. Like,
how do you overcome the uncertainty and just be like, fuck it? Because a lot of people, they're like right there. They're like, they're about to break through. I mean, almost like gambling, right? They tell
Yeah.
you like, oh, right before you quit is right when you're gonna hit it big, which is
Yeah.
probably absolutely not true. I don't condone gambling at all. But for you, what was like the, you know, that point in time where you're like, fuck, like I actually have to draw the line in the sand and just like break through? And then how was the, you know, the events partaken after that when you actually made that decision?
Yeah, I mean, as soon as I made the decision, like there was a week of like build-up period where like I just had like this gut feeling that I had to do something. I didn't know, like I was feeling very uneasy for like a week prior to making the decision to like quit and go all in, but I didn't know like why I was feeling anxious.
Yeah.
And then like literally like I woke up in the morning, I was like, I gotta call Bilal, I gotta call Grant for like some random reason.
Right.
And I was like, man, like I don't know how I feel about like me closing still. I feel like I can make more money if I went all in. And then Grant, or I don't know who it was. I think
It was both of us actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both of you guys were like, just fucking do it, bro. Like
Yeah.
just go all in, fucking send it. And I did it. I was like, fuck it. You know, what's the worst case scenario? The worst case is I go all in, I try it, and I go right back to closing because I can go
Right.
find any other offer with my track record. Might as well just send it.
Yeah.
And not even 4 hours after I quit that job, I got a text message, which eventually landed the biggest client of my life.
Yeah.
4 hours after I closed that deal. I don't know, whatever
No,
you guys
that's-
believe in, but
Yeah, that's some juju, bro.
it was some juju, bro.
No, that's crazy. But if we backtrack, you also, I remember Halloween when your client did a $25,000 day, and
Yeah.
I think that month you did what? It was 24,300 something in payouts, which
Yeah.
was bigger than your closing
Yep.
record. Did you quit before that or after that?
I quit after that.
You quit after that.
Yeah,
Okay.
after that first big month, I was like, all right, there's definitely more money to be made here. Because
Yeah.
I realized, even though I made like 25K in a month, there was still so much more to
So
make.
much more. That was from one client, right?
Yeah, one client.
Yeah. Talk about the story of like how you went from obviously making, you know, your first full rev share month, you only made 10 grand.
Yeah.
By month 4, you're making 25 grand from that financial company that
Yeah.
you're working with.
Yep.
How did that gradual increase go from like same client, no more outreach, literally just focusing on actually like doing the systems that we show you
Yep.
in that, like implementing those in the business? How did that grow your income so fast?
It's because I knew what I was doing, you know? And I think that's the benefit of like having people in positions you want to be like in your circle, kind of like Bilal and the reserve and, you know, everyone that's inside of it. Like, when you don't know something, you don't know it, right? When you don't know it, you don't know it. And the only way to figure it out is either to try it yourself and figure it out and spend a lot of time, or to find people in positions you want to be like,
Yeah.
pay them a little bit of money, and get involved in those circles. So I literally just took the resources and the information that I knew from closing, and on top of that, what I learned in the reserve, and scale that one client. A lot of people, they try to like go get 10 clients on like setup
That's
fees.
what I was gonna ask. For some people,
Yeah.
like your main concern before leaving your job was like, hey, I'm not making enough money, right? Because you're only making 10, and then the next month you did 15
Yeah.
by your third month with that client. So for you, why
Yeah.
did you choose to just stay with that one client and keep growing it instead of like jumping ship, keeping this guy at like a 10, 15K a month, you know,
Yeah.
paycheck, and then scaling another client, getting that? Why did you choose not to do that and rather just focus on that one company?
I just believe in like your reputation. It takes
Okay.
a lifetime to build and like a second to crush is what I believe in. So I knew that the guy I was working with had a lot of like potential referrals. And that wasn't the only reason, but I also knew that like, okay, the biggest players in the space, the guys I look up to, they have not 15 different clients. They have like 1, 2, 3 max
A core.
clients, like a core team
Yeah.
that is like the biggest teams in the space. And I was like, I want to be that guy. So that's what I did. I just said, fuck it. You know, if, you know, I wasn't going to turn down money. Like if a setup came my way, I would have done it. But I didn't have my attention on like the short-term success. Like I was thinking, how do I do this the right way the first time? And the only way to do it is to get really good results for clients you work with. And I saw the upside. Like, bro, we were making a couple thousand a day off of a very minimal amount of leads.
Yeah.
And then we cranked up ad spend. I was like, there's so much more money to make here. So I was like, why not just do that versus like trying to go find new clients and like do all this bullshit? And
Yeah.
I just rather stick with one client, grow them, and then build my reputation. Now that guy has said a lot of great things about me to other people, even behind my back, you know?
That's
So-
awesome. That's awesome. So you took that company, grew it to, I think it was over $250,000 a month.
Not that much, but
how much was it?
We were doing like $150K a month with that.
Oh shit, okay. So you just had a decent, healthy rev share.
Yeah, it was pretty decent.
Props to that, dude. So that's sick. And then from there, you're like, gotta go all in.
Yeah.
You went all in. Talk about this new launch that you were hiding on the last call.
Yeah.
Now we went through it, we got it done.
Yep.
Tell us a little bit more about that.
Well, I can't speak about specific numbers and stuff,
Yeah.
but what I can say is that if you guys have been following the info space for a little bit, if you guys have been like keeping tabs on like the biggest creators, you might have seen recently Camila Araujo, the previous Bop, you know, the girl who did OnlyFans with Sophie Ray and a bunch of stuff. And like when you think of like the holy trinity of OnlyFans, like whether you like it or not, you think of like Sophie Ray and Camila Araujo. Like that's
they're the face of it.
Right, they're the face of OnlyFans. So, you know, one of my good friends, Owen, 4 hours after I quit my high ticket sales job, bro texted me. He's like, yo, come pull up to the crib. I want to talk info with you. I go to his house and like he had his like own offer he was running. I was like, he's gonna be asking me to like run his shit. I was like so hyped. I go to the house. He's like, yeah, bro, like Camila wants to quit OnlyFans. We want you to like come help me out with this stuff because like coincidentally we were kind of in the same business at the same time after being friends for like 10 years. So like this relationship wasn't just like overnight I got the opportunity of a lifetime. Like it took 10 years to build this relationship and foster it, and then coincidentally be in the right place at the right time.
And you had the confidence because you grew the other company.
Yeah.
Had the
it just all this shit happened at once. So we were planning the launch of Becoming Her for like over 4 months. So Camila, we were planning on her dropping a bunch of promo, making it like the viral thing, the most viral thing on the internet, which ended up being so. It was the most viral launch since like Hustlers University. Like you could probably vouch for that, bro. Like it was insane. So yeah, I mean pretty much I started working with them for 4 months prior to New Year's, was getting paid diddly squat for like 3 months, bro.
I haven't heard of that term before, but yeah.
Like making no money.
No.
Yeah, I was making no money for 3 months because I knew the upside was gonna be crazy. Like this chick has 50 million followers. The potential like is insane.
Right.
So I dropped my other clients, didn't get paid for like 2 months, and then New Year's came, bro, and we fucking ran it the fuck up. Ran it the fuck up, bro.
And to give these guys some context, around how much money did you take home last month? Going from the prior 25K month.
Yeah.
It's a 25K month was expected of you, to be honest. I think in this space, like, especially with the clients that I've ran, we don't have any single client that pays us under 15K a month.
Yeah.
And, on the upside of that, we've had clients pay us over 120 grand a month, right? Consistently. So for you, what was like, you can give it a ballpark. You don't have to be, super specific. But what was that income level that you just recently hit last month?
Yeah.
And how did that feel?
I mean, bro, it wasn't 6 figures yet, but it was like pretty much like just under it.
Right there.
It was like just right under 6 figures in a single month, personal take home for myself, and it felt fucking blissful. Bro, like it didn't feel like anything different that I haven't felt before. Cause like, bro, imagine like we launched day one, we did 150K off of $67 low ticket transactions, thousands of transactions in a day, and all that fucking hype. Dude, I didn't get paid out for 30 days after that.
Yeah.
So like I already experienced all of this fucking emotional shit that was happening.
Yeah.
Dude, first day launch, we had 30,000 leads in a day. I was like going out of crazy out of my mind. And then when I got the payout, I was like, yeah, I fucking deserve this. Like, obviously, like I just deserve it.
You earned it. You ran the show.
Yeah, bro.
You ran the show. So now, like, you obviously took what you learned in the reserve.
Yep.
You grew a company with it, grew your income, replaced your income.
Yep.
Then went and did a massive launch, made a fuck ton of money.
Yeah.
Where do you plan on taking this?
Bro, honestly, I want to continue being known as someone who's like very reputable in the space. Like I don't want to be known as the person like jumps from offer to offer. Like I want to be someone who sticks with like a couple of offers, but like really grows them long term.
Yeah. And
just holds the value and reputation as someone who like runs offers. Like when you think of like who do I need to help me scale, like I want that to be me. And dude, the sky's the limit. Like info is such a like this offer I just ran is such a small piece of info.
Yeah.
So the marketplace is fucking insane, and I think we're gonna take it over, bro.
Where do you see yourself in a year from today, bro?
I mean, right now.
7 months ago, you claimed that you're gonna do 6 figures a month.
Yeah.
Last month, you basically almost hit it.
Yeah.
What's next?
I mean,
speak it into existence, man.
Yeah, the way I see it is like, I just want to be like very, very liquid this year. I think my goal was to be a millionaire by 21 years old, or like during the time I'm 21. I just turned 20 last June, so I have like 5 months, pretty much, to hit that target. That's my goal. I want to have $1 million liquid by the time I'm 21 years old. And I mean, you know, we have some Bitcoin, but we don't count that shit.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What do you have to say to someone who's like potentially thinking about going the same path you did and take the risk, leave their job, do all these different things, join the reserve potentially?
Yep.
What do you have to tell someone who's debating that and not actually taking the right steps to get there?
Well, what I'll say is like, don't just think that like you can come into like a space like info with no experience and like take it over. Like, if you're a legit complete beginner, have never done sales before, have never ran an offer, like, don't expect to go sign that fucking grand slam whale client, because it's not going to happen. People like me and Bilal are going to steal your clients, and we're going to make more money than you because we're just better. And I'm not saying that to harp on you, but I'm just saying, like, don't come in with unrealistic expectations, because you're always going to let yourself down. Come in thinking like, all right, how do I just replace my 9-to-5 income? Or how do I replace my income as a high-ticket closer? Think of that first. And if you're anything like me, like big targets, like, always have your mind set on that like future goal, but like work your way up to that. Like,
baby steps.
Dude, it took 7-8 months for me to be where I'm at now after like going through all this shit. Like, doesn't happen overnight. And the only thing I can say is like, you just have to bet on yourself, because no one's coming to save you, bro.
It's the truth. It's the truth. In business, bro, like, there's obviously business models that don't work, and there's business models that work.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, if business was easy, everyone would be running business.
Yeah.
You have to come in with the real expectation that I'm going to put in the work and I'm going to actually learn. I'm going to learn marketing, I'm going to learn sales, and I'm going to learn what it takes to actually generate sustainable income.
Absolutely.
If you're working 40 hours a week at a 9-to-5 to barely scrape by 5, 10, 15, even if you're in the 20, 30K range, but you're trading your whole entire lifespan away to do that, you have to understand that if you are doing that to make a paycheck, then you should be willing to dedicate 20, 30% of that effort every single month to building an actual, you know, business that gives you that freedom, gives you the time to do whatever you want, allows us to go and, you know, whip a Lamborghini through Miami and go chill at the beach and just, you know, talk about business or girls or whatever you want to do.
Random Monday, bro.
Just live life, right? That's what life is about. You know what I mean? You can't be chasing a dollar. And to get there, you have to provide value. Value to business owners, value to businesses. And for you to be able to provide that value, you have to learn how to do so. And that's really all it is. This guy put his head down and fucking grinded. I would call him. He'd be on meetings all day, learning, watching videos, asking questions. How many times were you FaceTiming me and Grant?
Every day.
Every fucking day.
Every day.
And did we pick up? Fuck yeah. Because it's like, we know you're serious. You want to actually do, you know, good things and learn good shit. And like, bro, we all learn from each other at the end of the day.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
I'm nothing better than you. You're nothing better than me. You had the opportunity. You ran with it, made a fuck ton of money. We do the same thing on our end.
100%.
And that's all it is, bro. It's, you know, it's one of those things where you put in the work and you get, you know, you get the results back, bro. And that's bread in your pocket. So,
no, for real is, bro.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, wrap us up, bro. What do you gotta say?
I mean, look, I want to say something to myself. It's like future presence. Just gotta keep betting yourself, bro. Like, shit's gonna get scary. You're gonna get fucking scared. You're gonna be in situations you don't want to be in. You're gonna fuck up. You're gonna have, you know, maybe the offer owner yelling at you because you didn't make what you were expected to make. And like, shit like that happens all the time. But as long as you just don't give up, you'll look back in this a year from now and be like, I know why I didn't give up now. I know why.
100%.
So I mean, dude, I made a video. I was looking at my camera roll the other day, and I was like looking at like videos I was making of myself at like 14 years old. I was in my parents' like my parents' house making videos saying, like, just the shit I'm literally living now, speaking it into existence. And if you guys watch like Super Bowl, whatever you believe, Bad Bunny, who the fuck the politics stuff was, the one thing I took out of that was like, I'm here because I believed in myself. And this kid's from fucking Puerto Rico, Bad Bunny. Like, if you've seen this come up, you know, great story. But just gotta keep betting on yourself.
2016, Bad Bunny was working at a grocery store.
No, for real.
Grocery store. No one knew who he was as a singer. Now he's doing Super Bowl events, and he's one of the most. I mean, he just stirred up so many politics, and
Bro, yeah, it's funny.
he's one of the most famous people now. So it's like, it's crazy, but that's really all it takes is believe in yourself and do the right thing every single time. Even when you have the opportunity to take advantage of someone in business, you always got to stay on the right side of things. He could have easily left his offer owner and, you know, went and found another way to make 30-40 grand a month. He stuck to it and it paid off.
Yeah.
He's building real life relationships, and that's what we do. It's real business with real people who actually care about you, and it's long-term sustainability that we strive for. But that's really it, bro. Congrats to you.
Thank you, bro.
Bigger months on the horizon, but
Easy.
let's get after it. Let's go hit the beach again.
Done.
All right, let's do it. All right, peace.